be doing a presentation on why you should adopt a pet instead of buying it. So every year, 6.5 million pets are brought into shelters, and that would be 3.3 dogs and 3.2 cats. And the problem is that there is overpopulation in shelters, which usually leads to strays not being able to find homes as well. And also, animals who have been there are usually euthanized if they're not adopted. In that picture, you can see how they kill the cats. They put them in freezers, and then they dispose of the bodies. And while I was doing research, I found this photographer who went into shelters and she took photos of how the animals are being euthanized. Those are usually like the dogs. They they get sick and they throw them down and they inject them with the anesthesia, which then how do you click?
Click anywhere on the screen.
How do you click that?
Anywhere on the screen, ma'am. Anywhere. And then you want to move back?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Okay, and once they are injected, they're like thrown upside down until the injection takes effect. And that's how they're doing it to a cat as well. And the bodies are then put in plastic bags and then disposed of. So the problem is the cost of it is because people decide to buy pets from the pet store, but usually the pets from the pet store come from puppy mills, which are usually seen like that. That's how they raise the animals, that's how they breed them. And according to a survey by Animal Sheltering, 25% of people buy the dogs from the breeders, while their 4% get them from pet stores. And usually with purebreds, they tend to get sick faster, while crossbreeds usually are more healthier since they don't have a lot of issues with how they're born. So the solution is by adopting animals, you not only get good companions, but they also help you psychologically, emotionally, and physically. And by adopting animals, you are helping the strays that are on the streets. And usually when you adopt an animal, you tend to pay a fee. Last year I adopted a cat and the fee was like $80. And with that fee, you help out the animals that are coming into the shelters to receive better quality of care. And another solution would be spaying and neutering your pets. By spaying and neutering them, you not only help control the populations that are on the streets, but it also helps reduce your animals getting cancer. Male dogs usually get prostate cancer, and female dogs get breast cancer or pyometra, which is when a female is about to get pregnant. Their uterus usually fills up with infection, which usually leads to their death. And as I mentioned before, last year I adopted a kitten. And he wasn't going to get adopted because he's really hyperactive, as you can see here. That was the first day I brought him home. And he was running all over the house, and many people had adopted him before, but they would bring him back because he was really, really active. And I also have a dog, which the cat took a liking of. And the cat would like bully the dog. But they would get along. At first I thought they weren't going to get along because, I mean, it's a cat and a dog, but they got along just fine. So in conclusion, you guys should adopt animals instead of buying them, because not only do you find like a good furry friend, but you also help save other lives. Thank you.